Are we headed for a recession? Well, the president is not ruling it out. His commerce secretary says there will not be a recession. Here's how the White House press secretary frames it.
We are in a period of economic transition. We are in a period of transition from the mess that was created under Joe Biden in the previous administration.
Joining us now, NewsNation political editor Chris Stirewalt, host of The Hill Sunday. Chris, good morning to you. I mean, we're always worried about a recession, but when the markets are on a roller coaster like they are right now and inflation numbers come out, people get a little more concerned about that reality.
So the consumer spending is something like 80% of the U.S. economy. We're a consumer-driven economy. And what's kept the economy going in recent years is that despite high inflation, people have continued to spend a lot of money, particularly top earners, right? People with large incomes account for more than half of what is 80% of the economy. So that's where it's at. So what the Trump administration has to hope is that wealthy Americans will continue to spend. And their bet here is that will be enough to offset the differences that occur in markets, in industrial markets, manufacturing markets, other things from the tariffs. They're also betting that they can pull off a huge tax cut package that they can shove through at the end of the year, before the end of the year, that will make up for other parts of the offset. It's a huge gamble. And of course, it is entirely dependent on consumer sentiment and whether Americans continue to keep buying even as prices go up.
Right. And the question then becomes, what is the threshold for wealthy Americans to pull back on their spending? Do we know what that is?
Well, the funny thing about a recession, it's like inflation, which is you talk yourself into it. There are external forces that work to create an recession, and there are external forces that drive up prices. But what really does it in the end is that people lose confidence. And while we can certainly be happy that the rate of inflation has slowed a little bit from this scary spike that we had at the beginning of the year, we can also say that consumer confidence numbers continue to be abysmal and that Americans are nervous. And what you see in the stock market volatility is a reflection of that anxiety. So those are investors voting with their dollars. And if you look at somebody like Warren Buffett, for example, while the rest of the billionaire class is getting wiped out, what Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway have done is they've hoarded money. They've taken money out of markets and they've parked it in cash, waiting to see what happens on the other side. If a lot of other people start following that trend and they start doing that, you take money out of the economy. Good news is it helps control inflation. Bad news is you get a recession.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.